Okay, go ahead and tell me what you saw last night and how you learned about it.
My oldest son called me around between 3:30 and 4 o'clock and told me that he was home but couldn't get to the house. He'd been out with some friends out in Salt Lake. And I walked out to him. He told me that the police had stopped him, wouldn't let him by the house. They said they couldn't escort him down because it was in unsafe conditions. So not knowing what was going on, I walked out to the edge of my driveway, and there was cop cars lined from my next door neighbor's house on down towards Grant, and I could see my son, and then 3 SWAT officers came walking towards me and said, "Ma'am, we're gonna be making some noise, so you need to go in your house where it's warm and safe." And they walked around the side of my house in my backyard where they cut my barbed wire fencing in the back to gain access to the back of that property. And sitting in the house, I was watching through my front window as 8 SWAT officers went marching down in front of my house, stopped in front of my neighbor's house right here, and went around the corner. The whole thing started when I got up around 3:30, 4 o'clock. By the time SWAT got here, well, they had been here. By the time they got down and ended it, it was 7:20 in the morning. By 7:30, they told me I could go get my oldest son, who one of the officers had taken over to my younger brother's house so that he was safe and warm and out of the cold instead of standing outside all night. So.
What about the gun? You heard gunfire?
I did hear several shots throughout the night, most of them between 4:30 and 6, and then it was pretty quiet until about 7:10, 7:20 when I heard a few shots, and then I heard a couple more shots, and I heard SWAT yell, "Go, go, go," and 10 minutes later everything was done and over, and they were telling everybody it was safe, that they could, go on about their business.
Were you nervous at all during this?
No, I thought it was pretty neat and pretty cool to watch the police SWAT team walk down towards the house knowing that the gentleman was firing at them. They showed no fear and just went down to do their job to keep everyone in the neighborhood safe. There was, SWAT officers in my backyard. There were SWAT officers over at the park, and so I felt pretty comfortable knowing that there was no way that guy was going to get out of the house and harm anyone else in the neighborhood. They had him pretty well surrounded.